Hey guys, so today we're going to start a little bit of penetration testing training, a bit of red team training. Basically, in any sort of penetration test, you have two teams. You have a red team, which is the attackers, and a blue team, which are the defenders. You also have a white team, which is referees slash trusted agents, and both of the teams can take advantage of the white team. They can ask them questions or use the white team to communicate to the red team or blue team, depending on if they need to tell somebody something. So, what we're going to do is we're going to practice being on the red team. And so, what I want you guys to do is you're going to go to a website. It's a free red team website, and we're going to work with that for a little bit. It's a very good way to get your feet wet in penetration testing. And so we're going to go ahead and go there and kind of just basically just look around and see what's all involved. We're going to go through some trainings together to give you an idea of how penetration testing works in the real world. So without further delay, let's go ahead and go to the desktop. Right, now shrink myself down in the corner and get out of the way. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to go to a site called tryhackme.com, and this is a free and a well-respected site. Basically, it's beginner friendly. It's not hard particularly. There are a lot of challenges and a lot of trainings that we can do here. And so first thing you have to do though, however, is join. So we're going to join for free. So if you click on the join for free button, it's going to ask you to choose a username, use your school email, I would recommend, and then password. You can basically, I would accept the password that they offer and just let Google remember it, and then click the CAPTCHA, hit sign up. It's going to ask you some questions about what your level experience is and things like that. Doesn't really matter. I would go ahead and put basic unless you're just really already up on penetration testing. I would put basic just to save you the trouble and let them start at the beginner level. And then once that happens, they will send an email to your whatever email address you put in there. They'll send a verification email. Click on that. There's a green button in the middle that says verify my email address. And at that point, you are in. Now, I'm already signed up, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. This is how you'll do it every time you come back. It's got my email address, or my username rather, and the password I chose. I'm not a robot, and I'll hit login. Okay, once you've done that, it'll take you to your desktop, to your portal, and then you can see the progress that you've made. I've already gone through the first section, and I've started on the second one, but we're going to go back and look at the first one. So let's go ahead and click on that. This is where you will start. All right, so you start here, Task 1 Introduction. You're going to read the material. This is divided up into rooms. Basically, most Capture the Flag, which technically is what this is. Capture the Flag is a computer game that practices penetration testing. Basically, it's a contest that you can do to see how well you can act as a hacker, basically, or to see how well you can defend from a hackers. So essentially that's what this is, and their sections are divided up into rooms. And so it'll give you the room objectives, the room requisites, and then in this case you don't really need to do anything because there's not really a question. This is just kind of an introduction, so you'll click continue. You'll click question done. It'll let you open up the next module. Vulnerability assessments, you'll read this. You'll read about what penetration testing is. And you'll make sure, I would especially make sure to pay attention to the vocabulary words, because it's possible that you're going to see those words on a quiz coming up pretty soon. So I would say go ahead and pay particular attention to those words. And then answer the questions here. When they're asking questions that are yes or no, for some reason they put yay or nay. I don't know what their deal is. Anyway, type in the correct answer, hit correct answer, and you'll be allowed to move on when you get all three of those done. talk about engagements and what the roles of the red team and the blue team and the white team are. There's some more questions down here for you to answer. Once you're done with that one, you can move on. Same thing here. You've got questions that you can answer, material to read, and got a couple more questions at the bottom. Engagement structure. This tells you the design and the kill chain. Usually, the kill chain is a specific plan of attack. In this case, we're going to use the Lockheed Martin kill chain because it's, oddly enough, one of the more functional and one of the more popular kill chains because it's really well organized and laid out. This is an outline of the Lockheed Martin kill chain. Basically, you do reconnaissance, obtain information, try to gather up email addresses, IP addresses, anything that you can get. Weaponization, you take that, you analyze the information that you've gotten, and try to code up a good deliverable payload, either a phishing attack or some kind of a backdoor application, something like that. Figure out how to get the weapon into the target, maybe through an email, through somebody bringing a USB drive in. But basically, this is the actual attack itself. Then run the exploit so that you can hack into the target system. Once you've done that, you'll use your exploit to load up some malware. Then you'll run the malware, take over a machine inside the target network, and then do whatever it is you plan to do. Ransomware, stealing data, whatever. So that's the general outline for an attack that Lockheed Martin uses when they're defending. Okay, you got some more questions here. Then the overview for the red team engagement. This is kind of a summary of what we just went through. Another question down here. What you'll need to do is click on that. When you click on View Site, it takes you to kind of a little text presentation about what the red team does, and then you'll click Next. You'll go through the presentation, and it basically sets up a scenario where a red team is attacking a bank, and it goes through their process of, okay, this is what we did for reconnaissance. We got some email addresses, and we got some passwords. Remember, we don't care as a red team if we're detected or not, and so the blue team did in fact detect the phishing attack that they used, but it didn't matter because we're not trying to be sneaky here. And then we found our exploit, we found our opening, we got some malware into the bank system, and then we were able to make an exploit, and this is the flag. So what you'll need to do is copy this information here, this little bit of text, not the whole sentence, just this THM Red Team Rocks. Copy that and paste it into the appropriate box down here, and correct answer, you'll be able to move on. Finally, this is just a conclusion. This is what we learned. Just a real quick summary. So you'll go through that, and then you'll hit question done, and it will let you continue then on to the next piece. So once you've done that, you'll be able to continue on and finish up, and then you can move on to section 2, which is red team engagements. So that's what you'll need to do. All right, guys, so that shouldn't be too complicated. Go ahead, get your account set up, work your way through the first section. I'm not going to ask you to send me screenshots of the first section, but in the future, when you complete the little questions at the bottom, I would like for you to screenshot those results, screenshot the little green dots that say completed, and then upload that image to me in Canvas, and that's how I'll grade your material. Also, make sure you pay attention, especially to the vocabulary words. Those are the bold words in the readings, because there will be a test. There'll be a chapter quiz on those. That'll probably be our last chapter quiz, but there will be a chapter test on those, and make sure you get the definitions down. Make sure you're comfortable with them. You can always go back, just like we did through my account. You can always go back and look at them again. So go back, read that material, and be ready to get done what you need to do. Like I said, the first part is a little slow because it's just reading and text, but we will start doing some engagements and practicing some attacks and some exploits. So it should be a little more interesting. All right, so that's it for this section, for this portion of the module that we're working on. Go ahead and get the first Red Team Fundamentals, get that done, and once you've gotten that done, I'll just go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and give everybody 100 on that. If you turn in anything at all, what I'll probably do is put in a text box in the assignment, and all you have to do is go in there and type in, "I finished this." And if you do that, you'll get 100 for it, because I'm not really that concerned about the first one, because it's just basically questions that you can answer. They're not that complicated. So go ahead, get that done, and then I will get the next one set up as quickly as possible. In the meantime, I'll see you in class on Thursday. Have a good day, and bye.